I purposed in my heart to continue to share my truth. And I think that it is very important for a woman to realize that you do have the right to share your truth. So yeah, I've been constantly thankful that I'm back home where I belong. I broke my nail at church beating tambourine. Being back home where I belong. And I'm learning so much about life. When I tell you, I am so glad to be the type of person that I am. You know, I've gone private with regard to my spirituality. I love my family. I don't do anything to hurt, or have not ever done anything to hurt anyone in my entire life. I could ask myself, why did I ignore the signs? And again, as I said in the previous video, that I feel like you should be able to believe what a person tells you. But the scripture has it, you know, try the spirit. And so I'm assuming that that's something that I just did not do. The reason why I feel like you should be able to believe a person is because, why lie? Why lie? I don't lie, so why lie? You know, and I get all fucked up because a lot of times I think that just because I'm a certain way, or just because I feel a certain thing, that everybody operates in that arena, and they don't, you know. I look back at myself sometimes and I pity myself, because I was slipping back into an arena that I'm not going back to. You know, when I was at church, I remember one time I worked at the third shift. No, I worked whatever shift I worked. I didn't get off until 8, which would cause me to be late for a Bible study. But nonetheless, as soon as I got off work, I went to church to Bible study. And because I came from work, I had my work clothes on. So I had some step-in shoes and no stockings. I had my skirt on and no sleeves. But I sat in the back, you know, but I made it to church, right? I apologized to the mother. I said, I apologize, you know, for what I have on, and, you know, but I was coming from work, you know, and yada, yada. Well, I found myself feeling that type of way when I was in, I felt like I was going back to church, where when I started my YouTube video, I talked about brainwashing and manipulation and control, and just they run your life. I mean, you literally, if you're gonna miss church, your ass better contact the pastor for approval. We didn't go on vacation. We just didn't do shit when I was coming up. And y'all know my story. No prom, none of that. But my ass was at church 7 days a week. And so it was brainwashing. It was manipulation. It was control. And so when I was by myself, in moments that I was by myself, and I kept saying, you know, to him, I don't want to go back to church. I'm not taking you back to church, but you are. You are. You know, anytime someone, you know, changes you from dressing like this, you know. I was over my mom's house with this on. The fuck, you know? I went shopping with this on. The fuck, you know? That's me. That's who I am. And went to the funeral home. This is what I had on at the funeral home. Periodically, of course, as though I'm at home, you know, I would raise it up like that, but still, it would come down some, you know. But nonetheless, I had it on. This is what I had on. And, but when all of those years that I was in church, the mind, everything that I did was centered around the church. When I got dressed, I had to consider what I had on. We went to, I had a little boyfriend, Lauren, that he and I were going to get married, and he had his company picnic. Their colors were orange and black. I had a fucking black A-line skirt on, flare skirt, down past my knees with some Barbie socks and tennis shoes and the company t-shirt. Horrendous. And he's over 6 feet. You know, I'm always attracting these guys that are really tall. But anyway, he's over 6 feet. And I look stupid is what I looked like. But with regard, every message the preachers, the pastors taught on was on women and their clothing. And, you know, you could say all day long, I'm not taking you back to church, the fuck you not. You know, I mean, I had to go shopping, you know, to buy, quote unquote, the right size bra, and that's fine. All right, that part of it is fine. But you know, I had to start wearing panties, you know, so I'd go shopping for panties, you know, and I don't want to wear panties up past my navel. I don't want to wear granny panties. So when I had bought me the boy shorts, you know, made of the stretchy material, but nonetheless, my whole booty was covered. My whole booty was covered, and that's what I had to wear. And so when I said about this in another video, and he did tell me, he said, I don't want you to do that, you know. I shared with him. I said, you know, I said, I put on 3 different outfits up there because I'm trying to, is this right? Is this right? Is this right? Is this right? And he said, he said, I don't want you to do that. That's what he said to me. I don't want you to do that. But I am doing that. Why? Because, you know, first off, I shouldn't have never even felt like I had to do that, or my mind should not have ever. There was some shit going on that made me feel that way, point blank, all right? You can say all day, well, I don't want you to do that no more, but there's a reason why I did it, all right? And so, but I did share it with them, you know. Look, I don't want to go back to church. I'm not trying to take you back to church, but I'm feeling that way. I'm feeling like I'm back at my church, and I don't want to do that shit no more. But nonetheless, I'm trying to find, and I remember one time, you know, we drove up to the casino, right? And I'm in the back seat, right? And he gets out the car, and I get out the back seat, and I was told to turn around, you know, so he wanted to give me the once over. And I said, huh? And he said, turn around, let me see what you, I said, and I said to myself, the fuck is going on? And I you know, I mean, after all, I'm 1,400 miles away from home. My little ass better turn around. And so I turned around and let him look at me. I know you like to flaunt your ass. It's just disrespectful. And I turned around, let him look over. You know, it's like, am I okay? You know, am I okay? So I'm sharing my truth only because I feel like there are other women that are going through the same thing. And when you hear my story, this will help you to make decisions and to realize that no, that's not normal. That's a grown-ass person trying to control another grown-ass person, and you just don't do that. You just don't do that. That won't work in nobody's book. And so, you know, I was listening, my mind just jumped over to something else. But my nail, somebody told me that I was talking to yesterday. He said, you got your, well, your nails are, you know, long. You know, I said, Cardi B. You know, and I know he doesn't really care for Cardi B. And we both started laughing. And then I said, well, you know, it's not really because of her, but she is authentic. She don't give a fuck what nobody say. And so even when I was down there in Philadelphia, oh fuck no, this long you can forget that. They had to be like that long, like barely. Like I ain't never went to the nail shop and got my nails that short ever, but I had to do it. Began to wear my nails really just like, what the fuck we going to the shop for, you know, that short. And because it wasn't necessary, you know, to wear them that long. Wasn't necessary to who? I like them that long. I'm fucking 56, 7 years. What? I'm 56 at that particular time. I'm 56 years old. How are you telling me what's appropriate? You know, so I want to end this video with fuck the wifey shit. Fuck a nigga trying to teach me what's modest. Fuck that shit. You understand me? Or how to be presentable as a missus. I done been a missus for 34 fucking years, right? And so the eyelashes. I love eyelashes. Became a thing that I never once got my eyelashes done up in Philadelphia. So I knew that, you know, I had to just start putting a little mascara on and just bringing my, you know, whatever. And so I did. You know, I was also given a mandate before I even met with him to take my wig off, you know. And so I started crying because I have not done that. Other than Terrence. Terrence, he knew, he was with me with my, you know, I mean, we're getting a tattoo tatted on my head. And Terrence, you know, he just was cool, right? He knew all of that. I was very free with Terrence, but if I was weaving my hair, Terrence would not come in the room. He did not make me do shit. That's the difference between the situation that I was in. So I was made to take off, and I took it off in tears because it's like, you know, I'm going to be your husband, you know, so you know, take it off and let me see, type of thing. And I, well, here, see, okay, you satisfied, because I don't, you know, and I, you know, but now I done made videos with everything off, because I walk in my truth. And so when that happened, I should have realized that that was a sign of control. This person is going to ultimately end up controlling what I eat, what I wear, all of that. I was told at one time, don't worry, you'll get to wear those, you know, sometimes those sexy dresses. Sometimes, you know, the fuck. I don't want to go back to church. And guess the fuck what? I'm not ever going to be up under nobody's suppression anymore. Is that ya? It's me. I am her, Lynn Littlejohn, the one and only pastor's ex-wife.